Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good evening. All right, we are about to start the Skillathon for product marketing go-to-market. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes. We have few more participants joining in. Uh, so yeah, 2 more minutes and we'll get started.
Thank you.
So good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome. My name is Joji, and it's been a pleasure to be a host for the next couple of hours. The Institute of Product Leadership welcomes you all to the Skillathon of Go-to-Market by the cohort of Product Management Certification Program. Our participants will present their innovative solutions and our esteemed juries will evaluate them on key parameters. As Skillathon Go, it promises to be an evening filled with excitement, challenges, and skill demonstration. This is an event where the top shortlisted participants from the cohort present their hands-on projects and portfolio towards assurance of skill to demonstrate market and competitive analysis, segmentation, target and positioning, GTM strategy, sales enablement, and market strategy. Before we get started, I would like to thank the audience and the jury for joining us on a Saturday evening. Today's session is going to be exciting and will definitely have some great learning takeaways. The cohort will walk the talk of IPL mantra, learning by doing. The audience will not just witness it live, but also get to vote and choose the winner. I'll get to that in a bit. Let me begin this session by giving you an insight on what skillathons are and why IPL emphasizes on skillathon being the real test of skills. Skillathon is an event where the top performing learners demonstrate their understanding of a skill and the application of the same in the context of a real world product idea as part of their learning journey to industry experts and other learners. At IPL, we have replaced examinations with skillathons and studying with learning by doing. The Institute strongly believes that the real test of skills is by demonstrating your idea to a live audience and industry experts. Let's take a look at the Product Management Certification Program. It offers a globally recognized program, assurance of skills versus knowledge. It's focused on career transition or career acceleration, and the main focus is on learning by doing. It's time to introduce the juries for today's event. We have a prolific jury of 3 of the leading industry practitioners. First off, we have Mr. Nishant Mishra, who's a Vice President, Group Brand and Marketing at Apollo Hospitals. Sir, a very warm welcome to the event. We would like to know more about you, so if you could share a few words.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Hi, Juji, and thank you so much for having me here. I see my esteemed colleagues, and I guess they are far more, in terms of knowledge, they've got far more, but I'll try and do my best. I've been part of the Apollo group for now about 7.5, 8 years. I've handled various portfolios in terms of secondary care, primary care, now recently moved to tertiary care, and it's been a very exciting journey for me. I've been a great fan of innovation within marketing, within products, within services, and I believe that that's the way to go for future. And India is only going to build on that. Otherwise, it will be difficult for all of us to market anything else, right? Same old can't do the job. So happy to be part of this, and let's see what's everybody got for us.
Thank you so much, Nishant sir, and once again a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
Next up, thank you. Next up, we have Mr. Vaibhav Gupta, who's the head of GTM at Grey Orange. Sir, a very warm welcome to you too. We would like to know more about you. Please share a few words.
Yeah, sure. Hello everyone. I'm Vaibhav Gupta. I'm head of product marketing at GTM with Grey Orange. So Grey Orange is an organization is taking care of warehouse automation and retail automation globally. I'm very excited to be part of this jury and hope I get to learn a lot from my colleagues as well. Hope to see some good content and thank you so much, IPL, for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vaibhav, sir. Once again, thank you for joining us for today's event. Next up, we have Kiran Thaki, who is the Global Head Marketing at Harman International. Sir, a very warm welcome to you. We'd like to know more about you too. Please, if you could share a few words, it would be amazing.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And I would really like to thank Institute of Product Leadership for bringing together such a strong learning by doing platform and creating a space where ideas are tested in front of the industry leaders. Now, I come with many years of experience across go-to-market, B2B marketing, as well as I have been part of certain launches for FMCG sector, especially in the liquor space in my career. In my current role, I'm working as a global head of marketing for Wipro Engineering Connected Services. Now, the division that you see, Harman International's Digital Transformation Solutions division, was acquired by Wipro Engineering in December 2025. So apologies of the mistitled read there, but that is what I do. And I'm really looking forward, to see how a platform like this will play an important role in strengthening India's digital growth engine and helping all of these builders and entrepreneurs think not just about ideas, but about execution, market fit, and scale. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kiran, sir. A very warm welcome to all the juries, and thank you once again for taking your time out on a Saturday to join us for today's Skillathon. All right, before we start, I have a few guidelines for you. Guidelines are as given. It's a 10-minute presentation for each team, followed by a 5-minute Q&A by the jury only. Juries will cast their votes on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Juries can use the rubric which was shared to you. When asked, please share your scores aloud so that we can mark the scores for each and every team. Once the presenter is done, audience, please keep your phones ready to scan the QR code on the screen so that you can vote for your favorite presentations or teams. All right, with that being said, let's begin with the presentations for the day. First up, we have Sarina, Diksha, and Samkeet.
Hi, everyone. Jyoti, I'll just share my screen and if you can confirm. Okay, it says you have disabled participant screen sharing. I think we need the rights for that.
Just a second. I'll just give you the...
Sure.
Yeah, please try it now.
Yeah, I can share it now. Let me know once you can see the screen.
Yeah, we can see the screen.
Great. All right. I think we can start once the timer is ready, Diksha.
Just a second, I'm just starting the timer. Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Let us introduce you to Shutter Ops, a studio management platform built for Indian wedding photographers. Now, let's meet Rohan. He runs a 1 crore studio. He has 6 photographers. He handles 4 weddings a month. Last month, he lost a client because he couldn't confirm drone availability in 2 hours. That's 5 lakhs a year gone. Not from bad photography, but from 8 tools that just don't speak to each other. Let's come to the product. Shutter Ops replaces all of that with one workflow. Leads come in through WhatsApp, proposals go out in 2 minutes, shoot briefs are auto-generated, clients get branded galleries, GST invoices fire automatically, and for the first time, Rohan knows exactly which wedding actually made him money. Let's come to the market. The opportunity is massive. It's a 6.8 billion industry growing at 8% every year with almost no dedicated software built for it. We're starting conservative at 7.5 crores at year 1, scaling to 40 by year 3. Let's go to the competition. The existing tools simply don't cut it. Honeybook is 30 times our price almost with no GST, no WhatsApp, and no rupee pricing. It's built for California, not Bangalore. Pixie Set delivers great galleries but can't run a business. Shoot.edit solves maybe 15% of the problem. Nobody owns the Indian studio reality, and that is exactly our white space. Our strengths aren't just features, they're structural. GST compliance, WhatsApp first design, India native pricing. Any global player trying to enter India needs 6 to 12 months just to meet compliance requirements. And that is where our head start lies, and we intend to use it. If we look at the segmentation in year 1, we're going deep with one segment, 8,000 growth stage boutiques. These studios that have outgrown spreadsheets, make decisions in 2 weeks, and see paybacks in just 2 weddings. In year 2, we move up to franchisee chains and niche studios, and we expect to pick up organically along the way. We're selling to 2 personas, 2 people who both have to see value in our product. Rohan needs to see profits per wedding, so we prove ROI. Priya needs her 12 hours a week back, so we remove friction. Shutter Ops is built to win both. Over to you, Serena.
Thanks, Diksha. Now, talking about our brand, one line cuts through everything. The calm to wedding chaos. But the message adapts by channel. We are ROI focused on LinkedIn, pain point driven on Instagram, and conversational on WhatsApp. But the value proposition is always quantified. 800 rupees a month against 2 lakh rupees lost monthly in operational value that can be recovered through us. When we talk of pricing, we offer a free tier for solo photographers wanting product-led growth. And then 3 priced tiers. Studio at $499 to $799, which is Rohan's tier, our primary persona. Also 60% of our year 1 customers. Professional at $1,499 to $2,000 for high volume studios. And finally, enterprise, which is custom priced. The key detail here is that we promise 96:1 return on investment. We are 27 times cheaper than our biggest competitor, Honeybook, and we ensure a 17-month payback on our customer acquisition costs. Now, talking briefly about our channel strategy. So 60% of our GTM weight is on our partnerships because they carry about 40 to 50% lower customer acquisition than direct channels. So in our case, wedding planners are already inside our photographers' WhatsApp groups. So they are not even a channel for us. They're a trust shortcut. Direct sales take about 20% and then content and SEO, the rest of the 20%. In terms of our customer journey, what we learned is that photographers don't search for software. They follow people that they trust. So we aim to create awareness through Instagram Reels, WhatsApp groups, and we want to enter Rohan's consideration through content and a 14-day free trial. And we help him decide with a sales call within 24 hours. Retention for us is when 3 workflows are active in our app by day 30. In terms of demand generation, we are targeting 5 channels. WhatsApp is first with 98% open rates, followed by photography community webinars at about 2,000 to 5,000 customer acquisition cost, referral programs at around 500 rupees per customer, and compounding all of this with content across channels and paid channels to validate our organic reach. All of the details are in the appendix. We have only stuck to the highlights for this presentation. But our goal basically remains that Rohan is ready and we are already his first choice. Diving deep into our SEO strategy, we have 25 keywords across 3 tiers, going from high intent to hyper specific. So here are some examples on the screen. For tier 1 specifically, we aim for 1 page per keyword. Additionally, 50 to 100 quality backlinks via photography blogs, product listings, and the Indian Association for Press Photography, all reliable channels. And a tech SEO goal for us is less than 3-second load time for India's snappy 4G users. Our target is to have 20 to 30 trial signups per month. Nothing means anything without thought leadership, and we want to lead with intent. So we want to establish trust during month 1 and 2. We want to launch our newsletter and our blog as our foundation. Months 3 and 4 are about publishing original industry research and pitch to platforms like Beacon, TechCrunch India, and others. During month 5 and 6, we get into podcasts, webinar series, and by the end of year 1, we see all of this compounding into 5,000 subscribers, 50 plus backlinks, and 20 to 30% pipeline from inbound. Over to you, Samkeet.
Thanks a lot, Sarina. So now the question is, how do we reach people? We reach people in 3 ways: email, WhatsApp, and Instagram, where we expect WhatsApp to be our biggest bet because the open rates on WhatsApp are way higher than Instagram and email. And the messages are not going to be generic. Each message will have its own purpose, right? Next. So we're going to spend around 12 lakhs on ads across Google, Instagram, and LinkedIn, where again, Google is going to be our best bet because people are already searching for exactly what we sell. And we expect around 378 or 350 to 400, I would say, paying customers just in the first year from the Google ads itself. Now, going ahead, the total spend for the whole year is going to be about 80 lakhs, where the biggest slice goes to the sales team, then the partnerships, then content, and then ads. We've also kept 5% aside just in case something unexpected happens. And if all goes well, we expect to hit around 2 CR in revenue by month 12. Our sales reps get a simple 10-minute demo script and a pre-written answers to tough questions so that they can run the demos smoothly. Our partners will also get templates and a clear commission breakdown so they can confidently pitch our products to their partners as well. And new customers will get automatic check-ins when they sign up on the platform as well so that nobody feels lost.
Sorry to interrupt, team. You have 3 more minutes.
Sure, no worries. Going ahead, our North Star metric is the users handling 3 workflows or 3 events to the platform within the they should almost never leave. And everything else, like the conversion rates, the churn, the revenue, and everything else, flows from that one particular metric. Now, 9 groups of people matter to us the most. The first one are the studio owners at the top. They are the ones who make the buying call. Then the planners below them because they refer us to the actual studios. Then the associations and publications which help us build trust. Each group gets a strategy that fits their own role. Now the question is again, why ShutterOps wins? There are a few reasons to that. Like ShutterOps wins over the competitors. Like no foreign app can copy what we have built. In their early days itself, GST compliance takes months to figure out, and so does the WhatsApp Business API and WhatsApp Business approval. And the trust we will build along the way, in the meantime that they're trying to get into India, is something they cannot just buy with money and the budget that they'll have. We are built from the ground up for the Indian studios, and that's how we'll actually work. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, team. That was a great presentation. Let's take a look at the feedback and questions from our esteemed juries. We'll start with Nishant, sir. Over to you.
So guys, Sanket, Sarina, Diksha, quite a decent thought process behind the startup that you're thought of or the platform. And I see that you've built credentials in terms of the finer edges and having your competition sorted. The only challenge I see here would be AI coming and poking you guys in all sorts of ways, especially on speed, adaptation, adaptability, and being the user friendliness it has, because it has the same reference look to no matter who uses it. So that's one challenge I see on a large level. However, I see that you've created something that's very, very deep and isolated towards a category. It has its benefits, and I'm sure it's very difficult to judge anything in these couple of minutes and the kind of effort that you guys have already put. And I really feel that you guys have the edge. The only challenge you need to see is how you have your things built up around AI.
Thanks a lot, Nishant. I'd just like to add a note on that, that we are very flexible and all of 3 of us actually plan to ride the AI wave and not to oppose it, right? So as soon as there's a new AI feature or anything, just as we are the first ones to launch ShutterOps in India, we'll be the first ones to launch that particular AI thing in our platform as well. So yeah,
Sure.
we plan to ride it.
Also, if I may, Nishant, I think the idea for this tool came from Samkeet, and a lot of the lived experience came from me having worked with my own weddings photographer over the past year. So, AI is, yes, embedded into the journey even now, but it is restricted to, say, for instance, AI assisted albums, right? Those are online. But considering the constraints with storage, with security, everything is time bound. So while that is definitely a part of the pipeline, and considering that this was a GTM presentation, we haven't looked at the product side of it and the build up side of it that finely, but we do understand that that's a part, and it is an obvious thing we would do because Pixie Set and Shoe.edit, all of these platforms are offering it. In fact, Algomage, the biggest AI reviewing platform here in India for wedding photography, actually shut operations recently. They're not working in India anymore. So we do know that it's again a wide space and we can get into it whenever we want to.
Sure. And we definitely have actually thought of ways that we can integrate AI into our solution just to make it more palpable for the future as well, right? I think right now, since since it's somewhat of a new idea, we wanted to focus on that, but definitely AI-led CRM and AI shoot briefs, some of the things that we had definitely thought about, considered, even AI assisted image curation and editing prioritization. We had a lot of ideas in mind, but we had to pick
Absolutely.
something for the MVP. But definitely, thank you so much.
Just food for thought, guys. And I understand that you guys have thought most of the things through. But
Yeah.
since you're connected to people, it's just such a, I mean, broken up market. You don't have a single window to all the people that you can reach out to in a go, right? And
Absolutely.
AI being a platform, that is the only challenge. So you guys have your task cut out, but I wish you all the best. I think you guys have got it going for you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nishant sir. We'll now move on to Vaibhav sir, your feedback and questions for team one.
Yeah, I think very, very exhaustive presentation. I think 10 minutes were really less to understand these things, but very exhaustive things. And I think you have covered most of the parts to whatever is needed. I think somehow I second Nishant from the perspective that AI is kind of layering a lot of these portions already. You talk to any freelancer, photographer, or a group of them, they are already embedding some kind of AI in the form of storage of the content, or evaluating the pictures and the images of any of your guests, basically. So those are the things which are already happening. They are understanding that particular point already. I had a few things basically to understand more on this. We are basically talking about, and correct me, if this needs more update. We are basically talking about a CRM kind of a tool overall. What is the current?
CRM?
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a CRM plus plus. So what exactly is the setup cost overall, which you will be figuring out, and how much are the photographers actually looking for a tool like this? This is my first question overall, and
Diksha, you
I
want to take that?
also
Yeah.
yeah, please. Please.
So actually, we have looked into the setup cost and breakdowns in different aspects, since a lot of it goes into development and storage costs and such. So we've looked into the cloud hosting costs, image or gallery storage. The WhatsApp Business API as well has a certain cost attached to it with every transaction. If we're integrating Razorpay, so that's like we can ballpark about it's quite less. That is like 3,700 a year or so. We have GST invoicing API that also costs about like 2.8K. There's email authentication. So all of that has our break even would be if we have about let's say 500 or so. We have about 500 or so premium and studio models all together, which we are considering would take about 1.5 years to reach. So that is how we calculated our roadmap. I can definitely give you the specific breakdowns for each of these as well. I have calculated them, but essentially, yes. Okay.
And how much is the demand of this particular product in India? I mean, how are we capturing that particular point in?
So I think as we had mentioned previously in the slides, right, the demand is pretty big as we could see it was around 6.8. The total market itself is around 6.88 billion, right? That is the market we are looking at as of now, in which we did not do any primary research, or we did not talk to people face to face as such, but we did run a secondary research, and we collected all the information online through Reddit and other secondary sources as well. And yeah, we definitely think there's a very big demand, as we can see over here.
Yeah, I mean, because this particular, slide is majorly talking about the wedding industry overall. My concern was how much of these people are actually looking for the tools like ShutterOps in the Indian market. That
Mhm.
was one of the concerns which I had, but it's okay. I mean, understandable. The last thing is about the sales enablement. I know there's a big component of sales enablement. I just want to go through that once. What you will be doing basically to enable your sales,
Yeah,
and
so
yeah,
Weber, because we had a 10-minute
I
restriction on the
understand. Yeah,
presentation, we did not
yeah,
keep everything in the slides, but I hope you're able to see a PDF on my screen now, where
yeah.
we have all the details in the appendix, and I can jump very quickly to the sales enablement section. And I can just show you that. So for instance, like we said, we want to have like a sales enablement playbook, which covers various aspects of that interaction. For instance, we have a demo script, which is based on the situation, problem, implication, and then the need, the spin model, right? So we have a demo, we have a suggested flow of how to do that. Of course, I'll not go into the details, but then even for each objection, we were not able to do primary research, but we did do a lot of desk research. And based on that, we also identified a couple of these rebuttals, right? That is there a demand? Would somebody say, oh, I use Google Sheets, that is just fine, things like that. So then there are also battle cards for each of these objection handling scenarios. That's also something that we kept in mind while preparing the sales enablement strategy. And then, of course, the whole win-loss analysis. Why would Rohan, being a studio owner in Delhi, choose ShutterOps over like an international platform? What is the benefit to him? For instance, we frame it like it's cheaper than his coffee bill in the year, right? Things like that. And the whole action loop that, okay, we surface all of these themes, then we go back, we go through the process, and we keep on learning and evolving also in the process. So that's how we want to approach it.
Understandable. I think these are all the questions I have. But thank you so much. This is very exhaustive, and really liked your presentation.
Thank you.
Good effort.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vaibhav, sir, for your questions and feedback. Now let's move on to Kiran, sir, your questions and feedback for team one.
Firstly, I would like to congratulate the team, right? Many a times what happens when it comes to GTMs, your narration falls down. It is mostly the metrics, but you continue to present a very strong narration, which kind of kept the energies high. And clearly, this is one very big market, and you're absolutely right to call it out as chaos. I've been executing global experiential events, and I know across different formats how these roll out. So good in terms of identifying the industry and the pain point. Now, just talking by the execution of it. Why? Because one is having an idea is very nice, but actually getting it down into the market, especially these unstructured markets, it's very hard, right? One is you also need to ensure the credit period that you're going to give for all of these guys. Nobody's going to test it with a certain even a small pilot fee also. Next is when you're talking about your positioning. What is your one-line positioning is what I want to understand. And see, again, drawing ideas from the other juries here is, see, when you're having all of these multiple devices, you're connecting them together. Now, the studio is supposed to again, manually upload all of these data. I think that is, still not futuristic. But yeah, I'm all ears to hear what your thoughts and ideas are.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Serena, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Samkeet, you are the money guy. Go ahead and then I'll follow up.
No, so in this case, as you had talked about, that there's a lot of manual work still, right? There are two things over here we're trying to solve. One thing is that what's going to be our, main one line, right? It is studio management app built for India by Indians itself, because no other studio management applications give you such features to manage Haldi and Sangeet and any sort of Indian specific, events in their studio management applications, right? That's what we are doing. We're also doing asset management into the system. And in terms of inputting the data manually, we are planning to have the cameras synced with the platform itself. So as soon as they click the photos, it will be directly synced. As soon as the camera is connected to the Wi-Fi, the photos will be synced in the library, right? Second, as soon as the leads reach out to you on WhatsApp, they'll be logged into CRM automatically. You don't need to manually input the leads from WhatsApp to CRM, right? So we are also trying to cut down as much manual work as possible while keeping it, just ready enough so that we can launch the MVP as well. We don't want to do everything at once. So maybe in the next phases, we'll also identify certain, more pain points on certain manual things that they're doing. And in terms of rollout plan as well, we have not done any sort of primary research, as I had mentioned. This is all based on secondary research as of now. So in terms of rollout plan, the first thing we would personally do is get out there and talk to the photography studios face on, one-on-one, face to face, and just try to get their idea as well on this particular thing, right? That's the first step we'll take, and everything that we'll do later depends on the first, how the first step goes. So yeah.
Yeah.
Serena, check your ad
So
and
Go ahead, Deeksha. Go
basically,
ahead.
I just wanted to add that, since we have already planned like an app, we had also talked about having a desktop app specifically. So if they point it at a folder, maybe the same folder that Lightroom, that photographers already use, directly exports to, it syncs automatically to the studio ShutterOps cloud workspace. So we don't need to manually upload. I mean, the photographers don't need to manually upload. They just need to export from Lightroom and add it to the folder, and that should work. However, it would take some time to set it up, but definitely something that we will prioritize accordingly.
And just one final point. So you said what is the one line? So that's the reason I had a tough time finding the brand slide. But yeah, we keep our positioning is we want to stop people from spending lakhs on spreadsheets that they can't track, and we are one platform for every studio. Now 2 points about that as well. Like Samkeet said, this is our very optimistic GTM spread that we have done as like a passion project. But if we are to bring it to market, I think the first step officially, obviously, is going to be speaking to people and then building an MVP. Even before spending a rupee, we need to ensure that there's a demand. We feel based on our desk research that there is, but we will have to validate that. Now, a little bit also on the context. So, Indian weddings are historically more complicated than weddings anywhere else in the world. So it's not just even about different functions. It's also about the million vendors that you have to work with. And I think the move from, having weddings in the whole small homely way, when we came to the setup of having planners, then we went to destination weddings. So we keep changing with that outlook, right? And the complexity increases while we are trying to make the bride and the groom's life easier. And how do you do that? You always have to rely on something, on a tool, and nothing comes for free. So I think that's the outlook that we had also taken. But what we also felt is eventually, maybe down the line, we will also not restrict it to just wedding. That's the reason we've not branded it as wedding ops. We've said shutter ops because eventually there's a lot of potential for this in commercial events, in market events, in a lot of global events as well. And that's also something that we want to explore later. But everything starts with research. And I think that's also our biggest takeaway after having done the case study.
Got it. So if I have to think of Shutter Ops, it will be more in terms of as a platform for the studios.
Yes,
Is that
eventually. Yes.
okay. All right. Yeah, this is a very ambitious journey that you have in India. The only last question, I'm sorry, Joji, but see, November to February is the peak season when it comes to wedding. And all the different kinds of weddings that will be happening throughout India, how will you manage all that data, process it, and then push it back without a glitch? Because the reputation of that studio is in that moment.
Diksha, you want to take that?
All that comes to my mind right now is auto scaling. I'm pretty sure we'll have to set up our systems such that we take on more load at certain times of the year and enable a little extra. So what we also did consider is that during peak seasons and when there's high demand, we can also reduce the amount of the number of days we offer on our freemium trial based subscription basically. So we get more of a leeway for the infrastructure we need to handle it. But yes, it's definitely an infrastructure problem, not a demand problem in that area. But managing.
And since this is just in the GTM phase, right, they have not thought about it technically as yet. But if we are to build it, we'll also make sure to keep the architecture on microservices and similar auto scalable, as Diksha said, auto scalable platforms as well, so that even if there's a small glitch or small bug in one particular feature of the platform, it will not affect the whole thing itself, right? So that we can tackle it as soon as possible. So I think if we are to go that way, and as and when we do, we'll keep all of this in mind as well.
And I think we have a lot of other market leaders in the market to kind of replicate from, because weddings still happen, loads still happen, things are still hosted online. So I'm sure we have a lot of learning from the market to do as well. And we would rather be an aggregator than, reinventing the wheel or making something absolutely new. I think the key is to learn how the market is working and just improve it. So that's going to be our goal.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Kiran sir, and thank you all the juries. So let's get into the scoring for team one. I'll start with Nishant sir. Your scores out of 5.
So I'll rate them 3.5.
3.5. Thank you. Next we'll move on to Vaibhav sir.
Yeah, 3.2.
3.2. And Kiran sir, yeah.
Yeah, because I asked a lot of questions, obviously, I should be giving more. But then I think this was an idea which was very strong in terms of narration versus the actual operations and the commercials. And that's how I would give about 3.5.
3.5. Thank you. Thank you so much, juries.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right now, it's the time for the audience. Please scan the QR code on the screen and vote for Team 1. Sarina, Diksha, and Sankeet will take 20 seconds to do that. Okay, let's take a look at the votes for Team 1. All right, thank you. Thank you so much, team. Great presentation, great idea, and all the best. We'll
Thanks.
now move on. Yeah.
All the best.
Thank you.
All the
so
best,
much.
guys.
Thank you so
All the
much.
very best.
Okay, time to move on to Team 2. It's a single presentation, so Mr. Tushar.
Yeah, actually, I have sent request for the sharing the screen.
Yeah, just yeah, I've provided you the access.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is.
G.
Should I start?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm presenting the AgriBeach, empowering the Indian farmers. And for them, it is a Sahi Dam, Sida Bazaar, fair price, direct market. Executive summary of this problem I'm solving. AgriBeach is a digital agricultural platform built for the Indian smallholder farmers by the combining vernacular agriculture technology first, language first, community trust, and timely crop advice and agri-bridge help farmer to connect more fairly markets that have long forward middlemen over growers. We have directly verified the buyers, wider market access, and the confidence to the trade digitally in their own language, in their own terms. Mission is to empower farmer with the tools, trust, market access where they deserve. The problem we are solving, we are excluding the middleman dependency. Currently, as per the current scenario, the farmers heavily depend on the middleman for the sell their crops. They face poor price transparency. They are exploited due to the low digital literacy and trust deficits. The past for an unfulfilled promise made to the rural farmers, they also face losses. The market opportunity, Indian agriculture market represent one of the largest in the world, and it has also 150 million farmers which have measuring less than 5 lands who are only on the agriculture for their bread. A smartphone adoption in rural areas, the window is to build trusted farmer friendly service open right now. Now the agri market size, as per the NSO data, it is 14 lakh crore recently, and the rural internet growth post COVID or after 2019, it is 2.3 times. Why now? The smartphone penetration increasing after COVID in the rural areas, it is beneficial for us. Government push for the digital agriculture, just like the Inam policies and PM Kisan. Post pandemic trust in the remote, from the remote for the commerce, it is rising. And rural fintech and microcredit infrastructure also maturing now. Our competitive landscape. A platform, there are other platform also we are which are in present, but where we are have advantage, it is a end-to-end farmer market for the produce selling and advisory. We have fully voice UI and plus vernacular language support to make the rural farmer friendly. Second, human layer, we have engaged one concept, a village ambassador or pre-tested community layer. And trust model, it is our digital human community plus modded. The competitors serve inputs or logistics. No one owns the smallholder produce marketplace with the vernacular and the community trust at its core. The SWOT analysis for our, where we have strength, vernacular language, it is our plus point. Village ambassador are stop at a second. We have low CAC by peer referrals, deep rural empathy, designed for the farmers with the farmers, and offline first setup for the low connectivity. Weaknesses, there are still low digital literacy or digital adoption in the rural areas, low infra regarding the internet connectivity, and low sales cycles. Opportunity where we have, it is a rural fintech growing. PM Kisan Inam policies liberating the earlier traditional models of the farm produce sale. We have also tied with the corporate and food processing organizations, and we have harvest loss approximately 92 CRs. Threats, there are also we have threats from the competitor that they have good backing of funds. Intermediate rural internet of 40% of target district. There are the some state where APMC does not allow sell farmer directly to the traders or in their retail. This is also one of the threat. And seasonal revenue concentration risks. Agribiz, it is a deeply vernacular community graded approach, and modal well-defended competitors struggle to replace it quickly. Our STP strategy, the segmentation, rural semi-urban farmers in the vernacular language, and focus on the food grain, vegetable, and horticulture growers, targeting small farmers between 1 to 5 acres land holding, first generation smartphone holders, middle age between 25 to 50, engage in WhatsApp and YouTube for the advisory. Positioning India's most trusted digital farmer partner, combining fair pricing, vernacular support, and human presence. It is a back profile we have analyzed for the R. It is a Ramesh Patil who is in Nashik. He have 3.5 acres who produce onion and tomato. Digital behavior, active on WhatsApp, watches, YouTube farming channels. Core frustration, he doesn't know the water mandi price when he goes to the mandi soil, so he have to sell what mandi decide, not as per he wants. Our goal for his profile, get fair demand prices, reduction in dependence of the local middlemen, traders, and access to the crop disease guidance in Marathi or any vernacular language if other we have chosen. Barriers, they don't have trust any familiar apps, limited data plan, and needs the voice and vernacular UI support. Product overview, Agribase deliver full stack agriculture platform where a digital marketplace, farmer leads produce and connect directly with the urban buyers. Crop advisory, second one is a real-time and location-specific guidance on the pest management, soil health, and best practices. Live price alerts, daily mandi price notification via SMS, in-app alerts, enabling informed and timely selling decisions. Buyer connectivity, the curated network for the pre-verified buyers with the transfer rating and reducing counterparty. A vernacular UI, full voice and text support in the Hindi, Marathi, Telugu, or more, making apps genuine accessible for the literacy levels. Our go-to M strategy, vernacular first app built for the farmer, language, literacy level and device, voice UI and regional scripts. Second is a trust. Trust is the one metric for the ruler. We have another three parameter for that: keeping trust and keeping trust and developing trust. Village ambassador, transparent transaction and verify buyers ratings, create the social proof needed for the adoption. Third one is
Sorry to
on
interrupt,
ground camping.
Tushar. You have 3 more minutes.
Okay, on the ground camping, mandi demos and Kisan Melas for the agri-base to connect farmers and cooperative farmership partnership with the FPO and cooperatives. Route to the market, we have designed mobile app, WhatsApp business, field agents, mandis, and cooperative FPO. Currently, we are targeted 5 mandis, FPO partnership to 12 and 6 district activated, and village ambassador to 60. Demand generation, it is for the top of the funnel we have the awareness, middle of the funnel we have consideration, and bottom of the funnel we have interest. Sales enablement for this, the field agent training, vernacular vouchers, demo toolkit, CRM support in their own languages. Marketing growth strategy, it is like referral rewards, influencer campaign, seasonal promotion, and community led growth. Budget allocation, we have decided budget 1.3 on ground on camping for we are spending 34.62%. Digital marketing, it is around 23.08. For the CRM, and we are approximately near 15.5, and agent training 11.54, and content and vernacular for that we are spending 15.38. KPI and success matrix, total CAC we stand for 250, retention rate 40%. GMV target, we are currently looking for the 24 CRs. Village ambassador, as I earlier said in previous slide. Risk, there are certain risks like low digital literacy, trust deficit, connectivity gaps, seasonal revenue concentration, and APMC regulatory. Product roadmap for this marketplace launch with the active 10,000 farmers, AI crop advisory, and export marketplace predictive farming. Revenue model, this is the our agribusiness, it is a revenue market commission, crop advisor subscription, input procurement margins, buyer listing phase, and B2B. GNI transparency, core business strategy for the market positioning, GTM pillar, channel prioritization. And survey insight, we have done survey for the our starting MVP, the farmer survey and projected input affiliate for that 18,400. Intent to rating there is 82%. Buyer ecosystem for design, it is a hotel. We are not targeting the retailers. We are just targeting the bulk buyers like a hotel chain, food processor, fast food chains, and the retail chains or dark houses. Resource planning, as per the GTM, we have allocated this for the GTM. Regional expansion, farmer network, and GTM framework or validation for the milestone to be this enabled. Now, conclusion to it is a technology plus vernacular trust and community for us. And here we are open to question, and let's explore our prototype I have made for. It is in language. Here he can dashboard. It is in their own language. It is same for the buyer, and it is a WhatsApp business. We have decided. Okay, that's it. Thank you, team, and thank you, everyone. And we are open to questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tushar. Yeah, we'll start with Vaibhav, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for the presentation, Tushar. Again, it was very exhaustive. And this is one of those projects which are very close to me. I'm actually helping one of my friend, building his GTM overall. It's a big problem already in the market, and no one company can actually solve this, honestly. It's one of the biggest problem which farmers are currently facing on. I had few things on this particular part. Uh, for for the trade pricing of the materials, how will you manage that? I mean, I've seen companies giving those trade prices free to the farmers, and they're selling something else to them, honestly. Now, with AI in place and everything coming up, the prices are freely available. Every morning they're coming back, they're checking on their phones, what is the trade price in my area, and that is how they are solving it. What additional are you giving post that? Are you planning to charge from this particular service?
No, actually, the we have added in our advisory. We are not going to charge, and it will be aligned with the MSP, which is run by the government, and where also we are trying to get mandi information center where we can get more price. Actually, when we are excluding mandi for, but there are other reasons or other parameters or other area we have to uh, keep in mind for the mandi regarding the price and volume. For the price, we are taking MSP. There are which is I think published by the NAFED and other agencies of the government.
How about the budget thing? Because I saw that you mentioned something which is 1.3 CR. What exactly was that? And I mean, for the entire set of an activity which you're planning, um, what is the deep depth? In case you can clear me, in 1 or 2 minutes, what exactly are you planning to do with this 1.3 CR overall?
Actually, we are building we are trying to building a platform, and after that we are wholly our budget morely concentrated on ground campings and event and digital marketing to getting onboarding the farmers and others. And after that, it is going to be selling and adhering the selling for them. Agent training to the it is one of the adherence to the sell and content for the vernacular media. So our top areas are going to be that ground camping events and digital market.
Okay, okay. And one more thing, you were saying that you will not be selling them directly to the mandi,
No,
but
no.
you have a different, chain basically. How will you manage that? What's the plan? Selling it to any hotel chain or,
Hotels. Yes,
to any
actually,
food processor company. I mean, it's again a different management you have to plan for those people as well. Any idea on to what you will
actually,
be doing
for
there?
this, let me show that slide.
Yeah.
Before coming to this, we have survey and we have connected with the FPO partnership. They need that. They need the frequent volume. Their need for their FPO partnership, their food producer. Just like we have connected with the tomato puree manufacturing. So anyhow, he going to mandi, he have to pay the price as per middleman, not the farmer. So we have connecting farmer to the then. And after that, after there are the some snack and fast food hotel chains who also need frequent flow of materials to them. So we are onboarding them, and we are not going to retailer. If we going to retailer, then CAC of COG would be negative for the farmers, and he
Okay,
cannot
okay.
manage.
Yeah, I think, I personally see it. I really like your AI design as well. And thanks. So, I mean, the Figma design which you created, honestly, that's a good way to start things. And the presentation is good as well. There are a lot of loops here in Tushar. Obviously, once you'll be on ground, you'll see, you have to map multiple things here. But kudos today for it, honestly. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for the
sir.
presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We move on to Kiran, sir, your feedback and queries for Tushar.
Thanks, Joji. Tushar, firstly, it takes a lot of passion and fire, man, to get into this market, because there are hurdles which you don't ever get to see, right? Only like Vaibhav mentioned, on ground you'll get to figure out things, and you need to be smart to navigate through the problems. Now, when I'm talking about your value proposition, right? Like you rightly included in your competition list, like DHAT, Kisan Mandi, all of these guys, they're also pretty much giving everything that you are offering.
Yeah.
So my question is actually an answer also to you. You need to kind of find your primary buyer. It could be just from your conversation with Vaibhav, it could be that enterprise buyer. It could be that factory who manufactures tomato purees, right? But you need to go to market with a specific thought and positioning for them. Otherwise, you will end up being one more person, and your 1.3 CR budget will be nothing when you're trying to compete with all these four guys.
Yes, 1.3 budget is nothing. But as an early start, we don't want to spend much, so that's why we keep it low.
It's not about spending much. It is about narrowing where you want to enter. 1.3 CR will still do a lot of good if you're focusing on that particular niche.
Okay.
It could be a farmer, it could be a enterprise buyer, but don't diversify.
Yeah.
And do you have plans like how you're going to start? Like, is there a month when you're going to start and when you're going to end? When your annual PNL comes out?
I have keep in mind to start in next year as a due to the availability, and there is a certain parameter just like the FPO starting in our area is Jan. For there is a term that fresh FPO means fresh farmer produce they need. They don't rely on that old. So my plan is to start next year from the Jan.
And what is your commercial model? How does your platform make money? We just heard a lot about how you're going to help farmers. You would also need money to help more
Yeah,
farmers.
we have keep for this we are keeping the commission. After that, procurement cost margins. Let me overview with that slide. And crop advisory subscription for the any disease or other parameters where that need more ROI on their investment in the crops, marketplace commission from them, and buyer listing fees.
Okay, I will lean on to Vaibhav here since you're associated with the market.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Tushar, this is a great effort, and this is what exactly that the digital India needs.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kiran sir.
Thank you so much, Kiran, sir, for your feedback and questions. Let's hear it from Nishant, sir.
Yeah, hi, Tushar.
Hi, Nishan sir.
Yeah, you heard it from Kiran and Vaibhav. And to be very honest, there was a platform like this which started in 2002 called eChopal, which was a product of ITC. And they tied up with a lot of farmers. The challenge being is what information you're aggregating or disseminating is actually coming through a source which is accessible to all. So eventually you pick up those farmers who will get onto your platform, but they need to find something very exclusive that's coming their way. Because with digital age, same data available through multiple places, it really, because I know the founders of DeHaat, which you I know them very well, and how they came together and how the journey was. Eventually, first, a very, very broken down market. There is no singular place where you can go to. You don't find these people working heavily on digital, is what they all told me. It is their experience, and I'm just kind of speaking from that. So while I definitely think that there is a lot of merit in this, you need to pick up those certain things that will be exclusive for your users, because a me too place will land you in trouble. You might get those people, they will offload your app also, again you will get them back. So that's where I think the core of the challenge is, that what you're propagating, disseminating, is it exclusive to you? Because each of all tried this, they put it up, they in fact invested in the whole supply chain management and setting up units outside in district areas to get the farmers to put up their grains and then buy it and then aggregate to an it was an ITC product, so they were utilizing it, quite a lot of it. So, but while I appreciate and understand that this is, but it's a very, very tough effort, because you'll need lots of might here to reach out to people. That itself is the biggest one. Farmers are not found easily on net. They are not found easily on WhatsApp groups. They are not living in gated communities at all. So what do you do? I mean, is digital your tool? Should it be your tool? And that's the thought that I'll leave you with. But I do appreciate what you're trying to deliver, for sure, my friend.
Uh, I can take this question. For the farmer listing, we have engaging the field agent, and you have mentioned the e-chopper. I don't have the particular idea of e-chopper, but I heard that they where the farmer connect, where the field agent comes and they do that some short webinars and literacy models for the getting and onboarding and stating the what the farmer lacking, and they are not connected with the other area where they can make money. So I will keep in mind, and for that we have trend models like vernacular support and field agent. And second thing, we want to make the aha moment for the farmer that I make money from this platform.
No, yeah, Tushar, I hear you, brother. But just to mind, each Opal came in the age where there was no digital in India. You
Yeah.
definitely have that one up. But
Yes.
are your users on it? Is that like your field agent itself is a very money intrinsic model? It's not going to be easy giving these guys salaries day in, day out. So because so that kind of model, you need to just kind of flush out those ways of how do you keep in constant touch, because the more you engage, the more you get.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I will definitely keep in mind for the improvement in this.
Thanks. All the best.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Nishant sir. Now let's move on with the scores. Vaibhav sir, we'll start with you.
I'll give 2.9 to Tushar. Sorry if I'm a bit harsh on this, but um, it's a good effort, big market, lot of effort still needs to be done here, and minute details needs to be taken care of. But Tushar, you are going in the right direction, honestly. Digital India, next level of India needs this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav sir. Kiran sir, your scores for Tushar.
That would be 3.3. I'm sure, given the inputs from the other juries along with mine, he'll be able to, wrap a better plan and fine tune it. And keep the hopes high, Tushar. It's a battlefield out there, and don't just let go of this passion. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Kiran sir, and Nishant sir, your scores for Tushar.
So it's a 3 for me. As Vaibhav and Kiran rightly pointed out, tough place, needs lots of effort. So keep your head high and try and to give it your best shot. But create platforms where you can meet those farmers regularly. It would be my suggestion.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, juries. Now let's move on with the audience. It's your turn. Please scan the QR for casting your votes for Tushar. We'll take 20 seconds. Okay, time for the audience poll. All right, thank you. Thank you so much, audience, for the votes. And thank you, Tushar, for your wonderful presentation and great idea. All the best.
Thank you.
Now, for the third presenter, we have Soham More.
So, yeah, I'll need the access to share my screen.
Yeah, just sharing it. 1 minute. Done.
So, Joji, please let me know if my screen is visible.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, so may I start?
Yes, please go ahead.
So, hello, everyone. So today I'll be walking you through VaultView, which is a continuous threat exposure management platform built for modern enterprises that face one of the most overlooked problems, which is fragmented visibility in security programs at enterprises. So the problem we are trying to address here is that enterprises have multiple software tools targeting to assess cloud security, application security, then vulnerability management, EDR, endpoint detection response, etc. So all of these security tools work in silos. They do not have context put together. And looking at the numbers, so IBM, they had a significant security breach costing over around $5 million, and it took almost 197 days for them to identify putting all the security context together. So this would be significantly reduced if they have a single pane view of all of the security data and the vulnerabilities in their system altogether. So what we offer is mainly a single pane of glass view for the CISOs, this Chief Information Security Officers, to get the live risk score of their enterprise organization, the top critical findings and the vulnerabilities in their system, in their organization, the remediation status, how fast are the security teams remediating the risk, and also how is their SLA compliance and the risk trend improving overall. So the market that we would be targeting is the global, and the total addressable market would be the global vulnerability management market. Coming on to the serviceable addressable market, we will. It comes down to the enterprises with 1,000 plus employees because they usually have multiple security tools in place for their meeting their security compliances. And the serviceable obtainable market would be the mid market enterprises in North America and APAC regions, which we would be focusing for the first 3 years of our product. So the 4 high value market segments that we would target are the BFSI, banking, financial services and insurances, healthcare and pharma, manufacturing and ICS, and sales. Why these? Because these are the markets, the enterprise spaces which morely require compliances set in place, security compliances, and they have a huge cyber risk quantification cost if something happens to their organization, a data breach, and you anything like that, that would pose a risk to their, not only their risk quantification as well as their reputation in the market. So the message, our messaging positioning is simple. We do not plan to replace any other tool, but we will sit on top of them and aggregate the data from the multiple sources, put the context together, help the security teams prioritize what's worth fixing, and then finally remediate those vulnerabilities. So the 5 P's of the GTM market strategy would be we would directly penetrate the market through direct enterprise sales, also with partnerships challenge. So there are managed security service providers, which already have collaborations with multiple security tools that they partner with and provide as a single package to the enterprises. So this will be one thing with which we could enter the market. Along with that, we will have a freemium model which would act as a Trojan horse. So we could offer a 30-day trial for the enterprises, help them get the value in those 30 days, the security teams with the prioritization that we have, also the single pane glass view through the dashboard for the CISOs. So once they get the value in the first 30 days, it will be easier for us to convert that POC into a paid enterprise sale. And touching on to the demand generation, so offline demand generation would usually happen through the CISO roundtables, which are usually the buyers here. Also, there are multiple security conferences happening throughout the year, which are at a large scale, like Nalcon, Cocoon, etc. Analyst briefings through in the CTM space, as well as the partnership. So the tools that we from which we plan to aggregate data from, like Tenable and Qualys. We could also have co-partnership events with them. And later, moving on to the online side of it, Google ad searches, LinkedIn campaigns, and webinar series are contribute to the online part of it. So the narrative that we would set is the top of the funnel would be to educate the users about CTEM, how a CISO's guide to mastering their security posture in the enterprise, then the hidden cost of having the multiple security tools being worked in silos, and how would it be better if they work together and put the context together. Also, the next would be the middle of the funnel, which would be to demonstrate how it connects and aggregates data to multiple the tools that we sit on top of. And also this would be done through YouTube webinars and the co-partnership content. And finally, to convert those at the bottom of the tunnel, the CTEM bias checklist, so it would be through the 30 days POC, which we would offer them to connect their first 3 tools for free and aggregate their data and help them prioritize and remediate. So moving on to this growth marketing. So LinkedIn would be the primary source of it, because most of the CISOs spend time there also researching about the security space, the security researchers, the tech security leads who manage the analyst and the remediation part of it as well. Also, the Twitter would be also the secondary platform where most of the vulnerabilities, data breach news are discussed, and the CISOs are tagged here multiple times. The YouTube,
sorry to interrupt, Soham, 3 more minutes to go.
Yeah, cool, thanks. So YouTube would be the demonstration part of it, where we would have explainer series like CTEM in 5 minutes, how we help the enterprises prioritize the risk and also remediate, how we aggregate stuff from multiple tools, etc. Then we would also be having podcast appearances, thought leadership, and community and influences that would also help. Like there is a organization like ISC Square, where they have forums, CISO alliances, etc. So that would be one thing that would look out for. Going on to the financials, so for the year 1 forecast, the sales qualified lead conversion, let's suppose that 12% of them would be the sales qualified leads. Taking out 20% of them, that we suppose that we close those deals, it would lead to 41 customers. And our pricing, as most of the security platforms do, is like $5 per asset, making it kind of similar to that. We would have an average ERR of, considering 41 customers in year 1, we would have an average ERR of 25 lakhs per customer. Converting that would be 10 crores and 25 lakhs of for year 1. And the roadmap here would be laying down the foundation in the first couple of quarters, we would just have a design partnership with the top CEOs who we would also get some feedback from and try to incorporate that into our product. The next couple of quarters, we would partner with the MSSP, the managed security service providers, and partner up with them to bundle our product into their selling prospect. And the year two, we plan to scale to the Middle East and North American regions. And finally, year three will expand horizontally through more compliance suites, add upon modules that would help the organizations assess their compliances like ISO, DPDP, etc. And that is it. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Soham. And let's go for the feedback and queries from juries. Kiran sir, we'll start with you.
Hey, Samkeet, I think that is a clear enterprise problem, given that there is so much of data and so much of intelligence and automation going anywhere. There are no clear guardrails, right? But then on the other side, when you look at it, it's a fragmented security data. And there are already so many tools in the market, including ServiceNow and many others, and there's just too much of noise. How do you position yourself? Are you more on the decision layer side of things, a prioritization layer, or is it a remediation orchestration layer for this product?
So talking about the ServiceNow part, so I have worked with as a security analyst before. So I used to integrate ServiceNow in my previous product that I had used. So what ServiceNow does is just the security analyst scans and finds out the vulnerabilities, and that is put out to the ServiceNow for the IT operations to remediate them. So it is just a way of communication from the security analyst to IT operations. But what at VaultView we do is we aggregate that information from the, let's say, what the tools that security analysts have used. We'll aggregate it, put out some AI-based scoring system to help prioritize what is actually worth fixing. Not so. Let's say we have 10 vulnerabilities, but which are actually critical to the organization, and which of them will actually have a huge cyber quantification impact. So the business value that we talk about. So if an asset gets compromised, so between two assets, which of the asset gets compromised has the most value affecting to the business itself, and helping to remediate the vulnerability on those assets is important, and we help prioritizing in that. So that is one thing that we would position us as.
Got it. And when you're talking about the pricing of it, is it more on the endpoints, devices, or how do you plan?
So the traditional approach is that the number of assets that go on to the incoming data. So we have per asset pricing. So when we talk about enterprises that have 1,000 plus employees, so it is equivalent to 1,000 plus assets. So per asset, if we charge even $5 or $4, it would multiply into those number of assets, and that would be the pricing model here.
Okay. And in terms of the market, I believe India is your primary market, and then you're going to scale globally, right?
Not India, but APAC, we would say, because
Okay.
India is just doesn't have enough that 1,000 plus employees enterprises. So
Okay. Well, so one is you're looking at what, mostly GCCs, and probably ISVs. Who else?
so mostly like
So I
other.
you can target bunch of everybody who is into digital, and potentially that is everybody again, but who are you going to make that first outreach to?
So first outreach would be the BFSIs. So they have the financial data of their customers as well, and they have a pretty tight security compliance to follow up, but they would also have the amount to invest towards that area, the security compliance area. So that is one space that we would target first.
I recall from the slide you also had healthcare, and healthcare is, you have different compliances, and you need to take care of many other, policies as well. When you're considering that as a market, that ways, by the time you are compliant, your system gets compliant, you're going to lose out a lot of time. Rather, both BFSI and healthcare. How do you plan to navigate that?
So this compliance thing. So what the segment that we are targeting already have the tools in place to be compliant, but we would be on top of them to help them remediate faster by prioritizing in an efficient way. So the plan here is to like help not if they are non-compliant, make them compliant. They already have the tools, but we are just getting off the top of them to help them speed up and fix them fast and get compliant. So year on year, there is every year they have to get
Yes.
compliant again. So let's say they purchase our product this year, so they'll have the results that we had met their compliances faster as compared to the other year. That would be one identifier for them. Success identifier.
I think for starters, this is a very good GTM plan. You've covered a lot of ground here. I really feel your 5 Ps are also a solid starting point. I would recommend you to spend a bit more time fine-tuning in terms of your buyer use case and how you're going to sequence out. And most importantly, picking that right wedge, which will true value quickly for you and also allow you to go to market faster. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you for the valuable feedback.
Thank you, Kiran sir. We'll next hear it from Nishant sir.
Hi, Soham. This area has been spoken about quite a lot in last so many days. My only questions to you would be, how do you find your way around AI? Because all the bank are now deploying agentic AI layer, and they're investigating by the minute. This is no longer a retrospective analysis of anybody submitting a report. No longer there is a whistleblower who's required. No longer those things work. So AI is in your face, and it's actually banks are even worried today for deploying that AI solution, because one bank did, and it figured out a 30-year-old flaw, which is still existing in the system beyond the security software apps that have been covering them. So, man, how do you fight around that? Because many of your kind of guys are only building that layer. So, won't it be better to just get into that rather than selling? Because all this sales would be so tough. And I see all that effort that you guys have put in. But hats off to you to do this in this era. I mean, it really is tough one. But but you have to start somewhere. And I understand that this will also have merit. It's not that AI is going to wipe off everything overnight. So you have to make quick inroads in terms of making your solution viable, adaptable, easily deployable, should have interfaces and everything, your dashboarding, all that has to be really top class, because, every banker, security guys are looking at that AI thing and saying, just bring it in and let us be.
Yeah. So to answer your question, so we all must have heard about Claude Mythos, what we say. So I think it is more of a blessing to us, because as the number of vulnerabilities increase. So you said that there was some bug 4 years back, and they integrated the AI and it was found. So there would be a lot of incoming vulnerabilities as well.
Yeah.
So to remediate that, we need a smarter and a quicker prioritization engine. And that is what was one of the selling points, the prioritization part. So that would help here. So the AI, the part that you told. So I think it is kind of a blessing to the CTM market space.
No, brother, I hear you, but the LLM also picks up quite a lot of it from what's happening around, right? Its learning
Right.
engine is the environment on which it is deployed. So vulnerabilities,
Okay.
it is, and also there is a future assessment tool that are coming in saying that if you have X, Y, Z combo changing, then what happens, probability things. So we are also studying. So since in healthcare, we are studying this very clearly. And see, the risk is the adaptability of that platform. See how Google is struggling today. It slowed. It was slow in terms of bringing the Gemini upfront. Chat GPT, OpenAI came in, and suddenly there was a huge threat. Search.
Yeah.
Everybody's targeting search engines today. We heard from the entrepreneurs who were there before us, before you, that they're looking at SEO and doing. What is the point of doing SEO? It's really not helping anybody today. Nobody goes to Google and search. In fact, Perplexity took a dig at Google in an open ad in South Korea. So saying that, so that ad was also very classic. So in that sense, I do believe that there is that space that still exists. I think you need to find it fast, and you don't want to spend on it a lot, is what I would suggest.
Sure.
And hats off, but all the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nishant sir. Vaibhav sir.
Yeah, I think pretty much on the same direction what Kiran and Nishant talked about, because I am into B2B SaaS space for the longest of my time and understand this enterprise solutions day in and day out. We have to talk about these things. So I might have also have the same similar set of questions around it. One of the things I was not that clear was what is exactly the value proposition you're bringing up here, and is it a dashboard which we are creating for them, for our customers? What exactly it is?
Okay, so there are kind of value proposition for two different personas. One persona would be the security team lead, and the other would be the CISO. So for the CISOs, for them having 6 different dashboards of 6 different security tools, it's kind of troublesome for them to analyze and assess them. All have their own theme, their own way of conveying the risk to the CISO. And it's kind of troublesome. So what for the CISO, what the value we are providing is that a single pane view where he would have just a single risk score of his organization, and it would really help them in the board meetings that they have, where they are asked about how is the security posture of the organization, how is it doing, what is your roadmap on improving the security posture, etc. So that was for the CISO part. And for the security lead part, so they also have to worry about the security posture of the organization. And how they do is that they need to prioritize on what they want to fix to improve that security posture. So for that persona, we have the prioritization and remediation in place to help them to help them know what's worth fixing, and that will eventually lead to improving the security posture of the organization.
Okay, I mean, honestly, from the CISO perspective, and if I were, a CISO, I'll basically choose something which is, a Tableau or Power BI, and I'll integrate all those particular things. And most of the organizations which you're talking about from the security perspective are already giving some dashboards. And over and above that, they are also giving, decisioning based on the, all these AI tools which have introduced. I mean, that is something which is already happening, but that's okay. How are you driving towards the region? I mean, your primary region was APAC and not global. Why not global? I mean, why only APAC? And with the pricing, you're coming up like 25 lakhs. Will it not be very difficult for you to, even survive just from the pricing perspective?
Okay. So we are not trying to replace someone. That is one thing. So we would just sit on top of the current existing tools and what the market that we are targeting. So there are 1,000+ customers, 1,000+ enterprises with 1,000+ employees. So that market, these enterprises already have spent a lot for their making their security posture aligned to the compliances, and they wouldn't mind spending a few more to more better align it and
I
have
mean,
a better.
why not 800, 900,000 rupees, SaaS model coming up in place and, extending that to the year for them. By that ways, they'll not hire any engineer specifically to bring those Tableaus and Power BI and create a particular tool. And you have your entrance therein. I mean, just a thought from that particular perspective.
So to enter, what we would do is, why not that? I'll come to it. But for during the first couple of quarters, what just a second, I'll change this. So for the first couple of quarters, I mentioned that we would be like partnering up with CISOs and stuff. So post that, in the second couple of quarters, through the MSSP programs. So these MSSP programs will have a kind of certain less value, like you said, the 800 or something, but they would have it would be price that they will pay for including our product in their partnership bundle, but also we'll be getting the cut of that like certain 20% amount of it. So for the beginning, I think that is something, but when we scale the $5 or the 25, I think it would.
Okay, no worries on that side. I have many more questions, but I'll ask a few more basically. Why not fintechs? I mean, why BFSI? Because there are a lot of policy regulations, going on with them. They have, harder, things which are being hit by the overall organization. Why not the smaller startups and coming up directly onto someone who are already having some security players already in the market? They are fearful. Honestly, they are fearful.
Right.
They don't want to, change a lot of stats. Why not the startups?
So for the startup part, they may not have as much as security tools in place. So they might have a couple of them, like the vulnerability management part, where they just scan their assets and get the vulnerabilities and deploy manual patches. They don't have that much of security tools that would be offered to get value from. So it only resonates when the enterprises have multiple security tools that we could aggregate data from and put the context together. So startups, and I don't think startups would spend that much. They would only have a limited amount of assets, and I don't think it's worth it. And coming to the first question, why not fintech? So I think it's kind of a personal bias. So I actually work at a security company, and our primary customers are BFSI, the banks, and we also have healthcare, like CVS in USA, and I shouldn't expose them, but
Yeah, that's fine.
but
Yeah, it's recorded. It goes on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, but very good effort. So I'm already very good. Thanks. This is a huge market, and obviously AI is hitting, and I totally agree with Nishant. AI is hitting like very hard onto every one of us who is creating these tools. A few learnings from here. You need not to spend much on the education of the market. They're already educated about the software tools. They're very much aware. So you can save some dollars from there itself. And second thing, you have to be careful about when you're calculating the overall GTM and the budgets. 20% conversion close rate, 41 customers is huge. I mean, it's huge. In enterprise sales, basically, you'll find something around 5 to 10%. Even that is huge, right? So some broad corrections, but very nice effort, and kudos to you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav sir. So, yeah, let's move on with the scores. We'll start with the Kiran sir.
Thanks, Georgie. So you have shown a solid understanding of the enterprise security problem, right? And that also leans into your current experience being in the industry. So that way, the idea of unifying findings and prioritization of the risks And also bringing visibility to the CISO in real time is very relevant. Yeah. But I still feel that the pitch, it needs to be a bit more sharper, bit more clear, such that you have a stronger differentiation versus other security players. Yeah. Keeping all of this in mind, I'm giving you a 3.4. And the way for you to go for to a 5 is when you have a very tight wedge on saying that, hey, you know what, this is exactly how I differentiate. And then how you scale about that differentiation is what matters. So overall, promising concept, and it has a very good direction.
Thank you. Thank you, Kiran, sir. Nishant, sir, your scores.
Yeah, so it will be a 2.5 for me because I think it's still undercooked in terms of the preparation bit. I think you can cook it more, you can make it sharper. Don't worry about spends and acquisition. This kind of products, you being a security guy, you would know the word spreads, right? One guy would know, the other, it will tell 100 guys that this is coming, it's good, it's got a very good model. So you don't need to really sell it hard. You need to just set it hard. So I guess that's why I'm holding back on the numbers, but I think you're on the track. You just close it fast. Don't let that air bug catch you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nishant, sir. Vaibhav, sir, your scores.
Mine will be 3.1. Honestly, the market is huge, Soham. You will find your space here, and you just need to, track where exactly you have to position yourself, how you have to position yourself. Be hard with the numbers as well, and wherever you need to partner with certain set of people. That is essential in this market. But yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Juris, for the scores. Audience, it's your turn. Please scan the QR on the screen and cast your votes for Soham. Okay, let's look at the audience poll for Soham. Thank you. Thank you so much, audience. And thank you, Soham, for your wonderful presentation. All the best. And let's move on with the final presenters of the day, Apurva and Nagaraja.
Hello.
Nagaraj, I'll just give you the access. Just give me one
Yes.
moment. Yes, done.
Yes, I guess I'm able to share now. Yeah.
Yeah, we are able to see your screen.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Just one question. Is Apurva joining us today or is it just you?
No, she has a parent duty, so who is one of the user
Oh.
persona here, so she has
No
to
worries.
unfortunately not, couldn't be part of it today. But yes, I'm on
Okay.
there. I'm here on her behalf as well. So yeah, so we can get
No
started.
problem. Totally understand.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Nagaraj.
Yeah. So hi everyone. So this product idea came into picture when I was talking to my sister the other day to understand. She's a mother of 2-year-old, and I wanted to understand how much are they saving in terms of building his future, or how much of money they're going to invest in terms of its, let's say, education, or be it, schooling, or even to buy his first car or so and so, right? And they had absolutely no idea, because with the growing rate of inflation, and with the growing rate of the increasing price of everywhere, be it even if it's buying a car, or schooling, or clothes and diapers for that matter, it kept on growing. So they had absolutely no idea in terms of planning. So all I wanted to do, or all we wanted to do, was create a simple family first financial platform, which is to help our Indian parents basically to automate savings. So as we are aware that we have no idea how much of money we are going to invest or probably save to, secure our child's future, be it, let's say, to send him or her to a specific school. We have to plan a ride well before, right? So yes, so we call our product Tiny Tijori. Tijori in English, it relates to a safe or a piggy bank for that matter. And our product tagline says tiny today, mighty tomorrow, which again translates in terms of financial terms, where tiny investments today, which will create a corpus tomorrow for you to utilize later. So with that, I'll quickly take you through what our MVP looks like. A second. Yes, so this is the product we are planning to build. Unlike our traditional financial platforms we have like Zerodha, Grow, they give us the platform to invest, but it doesn't really create a habit of investment. Now, in wanted to create that habit of investment, the sticky habit of letting the users start building their financial corpus over a period of time, because it takes time, right? So we want to keep it very simple and very minimal. Make sure that the app is itself is goal tells them that it's a goal oriented, not really in terms of recommending this is the mutual fund you need to invest, that's the mutual fund you need to invest, or this is the asset to invest, right? So as you can see, the goal screen here, which tells you that how much emergency fund, how much are you planning to invest, and what's your progress. So and so, in case if your goal is to, let's say, for college, you want to save a certain amount of time, how much is your progress, so and so. And to invest based on different types of risk takers, be it low risk, where we have debt mutual funds where they can build a decent emergency fund with ROI of with a year-on-year returns of 6 to 7%. Similarly, balanced builder and high risk builder, depending upon where and how much risk are they willing to take. Yes, so now quickly coming back to our presentation. Yes, now to understand the problem, we wanted to see what exactly are we trying to solve problem here. So we know that there are multiple investment platforms across the, uh, yeah, across the app store. So we wanted to see if there is anything which can build them a habit of really increasing the habit of financially aware, and then making sure that they are sticking to the habit of investment. So that's where we understood that, okay, there's a lack of simple and family focused financial management tool which is dedicated to parents, because they are heavily want to make sure their child's future is safe in terms of building a financial wealth, right? And also there is a difficulty in terms of planning how much to invest, or where to invest. So we wanted to simplify and automate that problem for our customers who are our parents. Now, our product vision is simple. So we wanted to target mainly parents, and then build their family financial wellness. And we wanted to make it beyond budgeting, because definitely they're going to use that money for future purpose. So make it future focused, and basically wanted to create an automated growth where it's a purposeful planning, where you're creating your investment journey. You're planning your investment journey for a purpose, where be it, for children's future or emergency, or let's say even to buy a house. Now, we wanted to understand and create a survey of, how many people, I mean, we wanted to check with our customers and then see how much of information do they have in the current world in terms of financial literacy. Now, these are the questions we have asked. I'll quickly walk you through. Uh, Yes. So we wanted to understand what age group they are, what occupations they have, are they married, without kids, with kids, to understand who can be our ideal customers to solve this problem. And then how do they currently manage their finances, what's their goal are, and then how much time do they have in terms of spending time in a week to understand how much to manage their finances. And do they research themselves, or how confident they are, how do they track their expenses currently, and in case if there is an existing tool in the market which can help us understand the competitor as well. Now, with the key insights, what we found is most of them, they struggle with with a basic understanding of what's an expense and what's a saving, right? Because they don't know if they are saving enough for their child. Because absolutely, with the growing, increasing inflation rate and the price, they have absolutely no idea how much of money to save. So, and most of them, they don't really track their expenses. So that's where we wanted to automate the habit of, investment journey. Now, we have our two personas. One is our young parent who is 3-year-old, who wants to build a secure financial future for his child without compromising on the lifestyle he is going through. And also a mid-stage parent where her kids go to school and they already are in the journey of spending money and then also building their uh, children's future. Now, while we wanted to understand and then see how does a value proposition or what value proposition we are going to provide in terms of bringing this platform into picture, we wanted to make sure that we are purpose driven. We provide them purpose driven savings and make sure a multi-generational legacy, so that even when parents, let's say, invest for 10, 15 years, and then how do they transfer the money to kids? Because end of the day, we are building the platform for them as well as the kid. Now, how do we meet our business and then business requirements and then back it up with our technology requirements? So I can come back to this later, because since we are focusing on GTM strategy. So we wanted to understand competitive analysis. So there are currently tools in market, especially in India, who offer a enormous investment, ideas and then options. But which one actually makes it easy for use and then creates that sticky habit of building that wealth for the parents, right? Very minimal. Now, while we were trying to understand how big is the market where people are investing money, so we found that 32 million they actively invest in their money in different security, different asset portfolios. And out of it, we wanted to target only 5 to 10 lakh per annum users, per annum parents, where they understand the amount of money which they need in terms of, let's say, to spend their daily needs, or probably how much do they have to, because they are in a habit of saving already, because in order to survive in the current world, they need to, right? Because they're not earning a lot in terms of, let's say, spending their money casually, but they want to, make sure they save, but rightfully also save to their child's future as well. Now, out of which our SOM, in terms of, let's say, even if we are able to achieve 10% of SOM, we would be in a great position. Now,
You have 2 minutes.
yes. Now, in terms of positioning statement, as I mentioned before, we wanted to make it as a goal-based investment partner and transform complex asset allocation into clear, stress-free progress tracking. And our go-to strategy is self-serve, because why it fits best for us is because it's a low to medium price product. And then we wanted to make it digital first, because parents don't really have enough time to invest their hours in a day, because there's already huge responsibility in terms of taking care of child, right? So they want to make sure that their money is in the safe place, so they can easily go and invest and then convert and then also retain. Yes, so now routes to market. So we identified different routes where we can direct to customer through App Store, and then conversion through employee wellness platforms where we can target corporates, and also with fintech API integrations. And also another trusted channel would be co-parent access model, where you can convert different parents, or even with the word of mouth, bring in more parents as well to utilize this platform to start investing. Now, yes, so this is how the SEO strategy looks like. With the limited time, I'm gonna skip to marketing budget. So we thought of 20 lakh would be an enough budget in terms of, let's say, a startup with startup. And this is how the breakup looks like, with a SCAC of 400. And in order to achieve that 3x of LTV, we wanted to, convert. We wanted to convert our users to.
Yeah, Nagaraj, you have 30 seconds more to wrap up.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and in terms of profit loss summary, let's say if we are spending 20 lakhs per for our initial year, the profit margin would be 9.8%. In case if we are able to achieve 5,000 active premium users, and for the second year, in case even if we spend very less, we are able to achieve 90%. And for demand and lead generation, we can focus on building native video campaigns, interactive calculators, premium templates, and then personalized journeys. Yes, and also one of the marketing campaigns was what we thought was first step funding, where we can offer 500 rupee coupon, a subscription, a referral bonus or initial bonus for them to start investing and then retain them for a 12-month SIP plan.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nagaraj. Your time is up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So the final message is for the parents is to start investing for your child's future, not just saving. So yes, thank you. Thank you so much. In case if I've stretched too long. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, Nagaraj. We'll go into the feedback and queries. We'll start with Nishant, sir.
Hey, Nagraj,
Yes, Nishant.
as you rightly suggested, you've really kind of thought it with respect to having your sister having two children. I guess it's there. You're in that stage, or she's in that stage, so you guys are thinking and in totally in that space yourself.
Yeah.
So while you see that, the tough question for me was, what are you solving for? I mean, it's not an unknown fact that you require investments, and the fact that you require it at every stage of life, be it when your child is there or whether you just got married. So I guess being Indian, if this is for Indian audience specifically, I think it has a long way to go, because Indians only think about investments by far. I don't think anybody is thinking about spending at all.
Yeah.
I mean, so from that perspective, if you're trying to come up with a solution, which is a little bit hovering between a banking solution and investment solution, couple of things, I felt that you really need to add lots of things to this offering.
Yes.
Which would really test an upfront investment. So I would, as I said previously also to the previous gentleman who had presented, I guess in the current age, you really don't need to worry about generating demand, because the word of mouth is back in your face. It will definitely take precedence. If the product has got caliber, it will speak for itself. It will stand on its own. You will have to do lots of hard sell if you're not able to establish differentiation. So my suggestion would be really work on the fact that what are you trying to solve for? How are you trying to differentiate from whatever is available in the market? LIC had child endowment products 30, 40, 50 years back. So they started educating parents then in the 70s, saying that you need to have a child link plans with lots of variations. So I don't think you can go in that space. You are trying to solve for something which is a little bit below, and it's not very high involvement, like a small term investment that people can look at and park the money somewhere. To do that, if that is what you're looking at, I still feel that you need to come out with more value adds. This is a little undercooked, and you can cook it a little bit more. The space definitely presents itself, being Indians are so investment conscious. So you have that organicity already resting there. To leverage it, I think all Indians look for value adds today. Nobody jumps in it without it. So look for that, and I think you would have cracked it.
Right, Nishant. Yes. Thank you so much for the feedback.
Thank you, Nishant, sir. Vaibhav, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nagaraj. And you have to take this alone as well. But I have a few feedback, and I agree with Nishant as well from that particular perspective. Indians, from the very beginning of our life, our parents, start putting those things into us, say 5 rupees, say 10 rupees. So those are already inside into us in a way. I still, again, on the same point, I'm not very much clear as to why this product additionally will be needing when we have a lot of products. And that too, when we have to pay for it. I mean, like 49 rupees. I mean, rest all the products they're free for us. I mean, you go to Zerodha, you go to Grow, they're free. So they're charging very differently. I was expecting that kind of a model herein, that how will you make money from this model?
Right.
We have seen, and that there are reports that, Gen Z started putting a lot of money into mutual funds very recently, just post-COVID or, near COVID, and they made a lot of money by itself. So it's like word of mouth is there. They are understanding where to invest in. When you're targeting someone who is at the age of parent, their behavior is already made. I mean, they've already selected a few apps for themselves or few platforms for them already.
Yep.
Coming up little late onto that, you'll have to market yourself more. And for that, you need a lot of different set of budget.
Right.
From your
Yes.
perspective, it was coming out that the value proposition was towards the parents, but the behavioral changes happens already, much before that,
Right.
right? One other thing I had was why the name Tiny Tijori. I mean, I'm taking it from GTM perspective only. Why the name Tiny Tijori? Because to me, it sound that this is something. Initially, I thought it's more of some kind of a kid product, basically, or you're doing something for the kids therein.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But why this name? If you're doing it something for the parents, why not something else? How you selected this name, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, so as you rightly said, I think the behavior of every Indian in terms of, let's say, once they start accumulating some money, be it from relatives or let's say when they start earning, they often go and put their money in some kind of a tijori or a piggy bank. So we wanted to communicate that with our, I mean, basically to connect our audience in terms of creating that familiarity. So they to build that familiarity basically. Yeah.
But that is saving. That is not investment overall. When you're
Yes.
putting something in Tijori, it's saving. It's not
Yes.
investment at all.
Right.
Right. So that is why I'm coming on to the name itself.
Right.
See, you're bringing about something very specific for the parents. And definitely, you need certain things which are much more value additions here, and
Yeah.
obviously for them. And then you have to educate them a lot. So the budget you finalize therein and the cost you finalize therein, you
Yeah.
actually have to work on that onto that particular piece because it's still it's
Right.
it's
Yes,
still
Vaibhav.
undercooked.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it all these platforms are already educating. You go to InMoney, you have a lot of
Yeah.
YouTube channels right now. Everyone is talking about mutual funds, and
Yes. Yes.
it's
That's right.
happening everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice effort and keep it up. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Vaibhav. Thank you.
Thank you, Weber sir. Kiran sir.
Thanks, Georgie. Hey, Nagaraj. I think the story, the idea behind this is emotionally very strong, right? And I was able to connect, and so will so many others. Uh, but then, consumer fintech is, they're not just crowded, but it has its own challenges.
Right.
Apart from all your, RBI rules and everything that you need to follow, there is really very less retention. And on top of it, how are you going to map loyalty when you have, a subscription fee, though it is low or big? But, how are you going to do that?
Right. Yes, Kiran. Yeah, I mean, that is something I'll have to work on because uh, what we really thought of doing, because the existing platforms, they work on commission-based models from the mutual funds they showcase in their platforms, right? Now, we wanted to just try in case if a subscription model works for us, so that we can, start acquiring more number of users for a very less price point, and also give them the option of the ease of the platform use so that they don't really have to worry about choosing which one is the best suitable fund for them to use. So that was the whole idea behind this. So yeah, that was our try, to be honest. Yeah.
So, out of all these other products that you get to offer
Yeah.
through Tiny Tijori, which is that first product that you want to sell to the
Uh,
buyer?
yes,
See,
so it would be emergency fund goal tracking SIP mechanism, which we have. And yeah.
now, again, when you talk about emergency fund, the word emergency itself means I want to keep it where traditionally I know it is safe, and
Yes.
two, I can get when I want.
Yeah.
Now, how do you build that credibility factor to Tiny Trijori?
Yeah, yes, that's a great question. So really haven't come that far in terms of understanding, you know, how can we enable that? But yes, definitely that's something we'll have to look back and then see where are we lacking. So yes, but yes, but most of the apps which we currently use in terms of, let's say, saving our emergency fund, let's say Scribbok for that matter, uh, so once you build that, let's say, enough amount of money for yourself, and then if you want to withdraw, it takes 2 to 3 days. So it's not really an immediate, right? Because you're actually parking your money in a fund house, and it won't be an immediate transaction for you to get back that money. So that's also something we need to look back and then see if emergency fund can really be an option for you to withdraw that money, or is it a place for you to park it for, let's say, a 1 week's plan later to withdraw. So yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of debatable because the idea of emergency money is I have an emergency, I need the money,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
People seldom look for interest rates and all of that. That is for emergencies.
Yes.
So again, I think that is where you'll not be competing with Scriptbox or any other digital channels, but largely it is still being dominated by traditional channels like the banks.
Yeah.
The savings account, right? So you will have to navigate your way around it. And like the other juries rightly pointed, in terms of the overall positioning, you need to fine tune it because it does not look a lot like consumer fintech term, because there needs to be some seriousness. People work that money, right? In talking about children, that also leads to generational wealth.
Yep.
So this is probably something that you can evolve with your existing ideas.
Yes.
How you can, or your platform can enable that transaction to go on beyond a generation.
Right. Right. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Kiran. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kiran sir. And now let's look at the scores for, Nagaraj.
Yeah.
We'll start with Kiran sir, your scores.
I would like to go with 3.2.
3.2. All right. Vaibhav sir, your scores.
I'll go with 2.6. And the reason is that we need to work a lot in this particular plan specifically.
Right.
So this one, but good start, Nagaraj. Investment is one of those particular things where people are looking for, but you need to work more on the G team of this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, Vaibhav sir, and Nishant sir, your scores.
So, Nagraj, I was not worried so much about the scores because you guys are on the path, but you are undercooked. So, as I said, so I would go with a 2 right now, and I guess you need to really build up that differentiator. Because today you even Google campaigns, if you're going to run them, it asks for reason to believe or your RTBs. So I would say that what would you fill in those RTBs is what you need to think through. I mean, you might have a upper part of it figured out, but the bottom part of RTBs are really a lot of way to go. But keep it up. I think you'll get there. Thanks. All the best.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Nishant sir. Now it's the audience, your turn to scan the QR code and provide your votes for Apurva and Nagaraj. Okay, let's take a look at the audience poll. All right, so with that, we have come to the end of all the presentations. And before we announce the winner for the Skillathon, I would like to request the jury members to accept us a certificate of appreciation and share their experience for today's Skillathon. And for that, first, I would like to call Nishant sir. Please accept this certificate of appreciation on behalf of IPL and would love to hear about your experience on today's Skillathon.
So, thank Josie, and IPL. It's a very good initiative. I guess more such platforms will always be needed to not to just bring forward the ideas, for people to get validation as well. Because, while we are making things up, while we are deciding on things, future ventures, businesses, startups, we're all thinking about validation. So this is a great, fantastic place where you can get more minds together. These guys get validations, and the product gets better and better as we go forward. So, I mean, kudos to you guys to put all this together. And I know that that's also an effort to ask these guys to come up and present and everything. But all in all, pretty great experience, fantastic platform, and keep it up, guys.
Thank you, Nishant sir. Vaibhav sir, here's a certificate of appreciation on behalf of IPL and your experience on today's Skillathon.
Thank you so much, Josie, for this particular thing. And, this is a good platform. I just felt like, it's a very good platform where people are coming up and, presenting themselves, getting views, getting validations. And I agree with Nishan. We need more such platforms, basically, for today's generation to go ahead and, bring something new for Indians and for the market. But thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you so much for the kind words, Vaibhav sir. Kiran sir, here's a certificate of appreciation, and we would obviously love to hear about your experience on today's Skillathon also.
Thank you. And it's been an absolute pleasure to be part of this program, right? And I'd like to thank the Institute of Product Leadership and the juries here for making these sessions a lot more thoughtful and outcome driven. And I really appreciate how the future entrepreneurs of India are shaping up, not only through their creative thinking, but also how that idea is going to fit into the market and the impact that it is going to bring. And vetting all of these things is something, that I think as part of what, as good citizens of India, we are here doing. And I really appreciate many more of these engagements to happen in the near future. And all the best to the teams that participated today. And I really hope you are able to fine tune and gather all those inputs and take this to a next level on the global stage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kiran sir. We appreciate all of your time and presence on this platform. The insightful feedback and questions will encourage the students to look into the product with more clarity. Thank you once again. And now to declare the winner for the Skillathon. Audience, any guesses? Okay, let's not keep the suspense up and reveal the winner. Congrats, Sarina, Diksha, and Samkeet. Congrats on winning today's Skillathon. Please share a few words about your win today.
Firstly, I think we'd like to thank all of the judges today. There were a lot of insightful comments and feedback, and definitely we have already started going back and thinking about it on our group chat. As soon as it was done, that we should consider this, we should consider that, and we're so grateful that we got this opportunity to present this idea and see how industry leaders react to it in the first place, because that's also validation that we need in order to put in more work here. So thank you so much for that. Of course, Sarina, Samkeet, grateful for you guys. Please.
I think for our team, the biggest strength has been the team itself. We made a very conscious choice of having a different product idea for each capstone and each Skillathon, simply because we kind of bring out the best in each other, and we wanted to tap into as many industries and use cases as we could. And we were particularly excited about this one as well. So we are very glad that we were able to also present to people who can actually guide us into building it the way it should be built. So who knows, one day we'll decide to kind of bootstrap and actually bring this to market. I think that's the goal.
Yeah, I think I'd like to thank IPL as well to give us such a good platform, as well as such good friends. I couldn't have asked for better team members for myself. And actually, we all contradict our own skills. I mean, complement our skills, not contradict our skills. we all complement our skills as well. And thanks a lot for the jury. As Diksha mentioned, we had already started discussing in the group chat as well that again how we can improve it further, and we'll definitely take it into consideration as well. Thanks a lot,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, team, for the wonderful words, and congrats once again. And those who haven't, did not get the win today, please don't feel disappointed. The fact that you are here for the Skillathon is also an appreciation of the time and effort you have put in the program and the course as well. So thank you. Thank you, audience. Thank you, jury members, for being part of this Skillathon. Until next time, please take care and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Everyone, take care.
Thank you so much.